All right, 69-second summary for a Mega I'm absolutely uploading a video on no matter how the games go because this is getting a little ridiculous with how many Megas from Ascended Heroes have sucked harder than a vacuum when I'm home alone on a Friday night. I originally overlooked Mega Eelektross because its 60-60 spread attack is awful. If it was 70-70, you could one-shot Dreepy or Gimme Duel. Instead, you have to settle for knocking out a Budew and coming up short on something else. Despite this gaping wet hole, there are a couple good things about Eelektross. For starters, Electric accelerates energy from the discard pile each turn. Plus, with access to both the spread and paralysis attack, Eelektross pairs perfectly with Froslass. While they're stuck unable to do anything, you're racking up huge damage in play. You do have to discard 2 lightning to activate the paralyze effect, but that's what Powerglass is for. Otherwise, just use Eelektross as a card that exists in a regular lightning deck with Miraidon and Iron Hands and Stunfisk. It's definitely not very good on its own though. So like me, after an unfortunate incident with a vacuum, you want to make sure it has a good partner with soft hands. I guess I attach to the active? Because what do they get? They're not going to do anything next turn. They got nothing going on next turn. I'm just going to Iono. We're going to get all of our Poffins. Oh, we actually did. So this is good in the sense that we're being able to play the game, but it's bad in the sense that we're going to lose. So if they can get a Hydreigon set up, we are absolutely screwed. But I can do all of the things. I wouldn't mind inspecting her gadgets. All right, so in this specific matchup, they have 3 Pokemon with abilities. The Hydreigon line doesn't have an ability. The Einstein list. Hey, fun fact, I watched Oppenheimer the other day. I had no idea that Einstein lived that long. Einstein showed up and I'm like, wait, what? What Einstein lived that long? So that was my history lesson, is that I had no idea that Einstein was still alive at that point. Okay, so their Hydreigon is a massive problem, especially with their Kangaskhan drawing all the cards. They also have Latias and Pecharunt. So the question is, do I go and get the Mega Eelektross? Like, I can go get Rare Candy Mega Eelektross, or we can just believe in the heart of the cards. And I prefer to do the thing that requires less work. I prefer to do the thing that requires less work, so let's do that. And let's go Lilies. We'll get that Ultra Ball back. Well, I mean, Einstein... Oh, wow, we got nothing. We got absolutely nothing there. That's not good. I thought we'd get something playable. We got nothing playable. All right, well, Critter, you have your choice of who you want to knock out. You have your choice of everybody you want to knock out. They are fair game. As long as you get the thing. They probably have either Neo Upper or Sparkling Crystal. Yeah, they just obviously had the Hydreigon in their hand. Just like that. Here comes the Sparkling Crystal. No, I just assumed Einstein didn't make it to the 1900s. I just assumed Einstein was like some really old... Oh, they don't have the Sparkling Crystal. I would assume then their ace spec is either Unfair Stamp or Sparkling Crystal. But are they just going to go for the 200 in the discard? Well, joke's on them. I have a hard rod that I can play with. Okay. That was a little aggressive. All right, well, let's put... Actually, we probably want to keep the Air Balloon. So we'll send up the Tynamo. And if I can get all of the things, we'll be okay. Okay, so Air Balloon there, Powerglass there. We needed an energy in the discard pile to be able to do the thing. But I think it's just... Yeah, I think we have to just attach to the Tynamo. Because even a 60-60 spread attack is okay in this situation. And then, of course, we get to play with our balls at the wrong time. All right, so... Wowzers. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go get the Mega Eelektross prematurely. And then we're going to have to go get the Fez and just kind of hope here that we get a rare candy. There are 2 in the deck. Thank you. And we would have had so many things. If I just believed in the heart of the cards, we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. All right. I mean, we have the monkey. They're probably going to knock out the monkey. They're probably just going to go crazy on my backside here. Who is the biggest problem? I mean, I guess if there's not really a reason to focus on the Kangaskhan at this point. I should just focus on the Pecharunt and the Hydreigon, realistically. So let's go this and this. And then I'm literally just pretty much one energy away from paralyzing for game. So you can call me Finger 11 because I'm a paralyzer. The problem, obviously, is they're going to go knock out the Froslass, probably the Munkidori, and I would also assume the Eelektrik. But they do need an energy. That's your cue, critter. Yeah, there you go. They do need an energy. Well, there you go. Will I have drops for EUIC? I don't think it's only the people who were partnered before, I think. I don't think it's anyone new they're adding. But I will have the new code for 4 packs in the stream, and I will be streaming on Saturday. Because, you know, people will log in and be like, wait, why aren't there any Ascended Heroes cards? And then everyone in chat's going to be like, oh, trust your pilot's playing those new Ascended Heroes cards. You got to go watch him. He's got the smoothest feet in the world. They did not get rid of the Froslass, which is questionable. Oh, thank you. You know, even though I'm a free, unpaid beta tester and they milled all of my Iono. Okay, well, as long as they don't have a Switch card, they can't win this game. Okay, Fez, get me a lightning energy, please. That also works. So let's go, yeah, Earthen Vessel, get rid of that. And, oh, wow, we prized 2 lightning, I think. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, that sucks. Okay, well, you're getting a Luminous there, buddy. Good job, good job. I guess I Super Rod the... Yeah, I mean, I guess just both energy. The Budew doesn't really matter. We do have to limit our bench here because we can't let them do the thing. I would really like to get Mega Froslass, but I don't even know if Mega Froslass can attack. We got our final Luminous, then yes, it can attack. All right, so you come down. I don't want to use my Poké Pad. Or I guess I do, just to thin somebody out of the deck. So I have options here, which is good. And we just go Disaster Shock. We paralyze them, hope they don't have a Switch card, and that's it. That is the entire strategy, is hope they don't have a Switch card. And then what I would do next turn is I would Split Bomb, I think not for game, but it'd be pretty close. Because I can put the Munkidori down, Luminous Energy the Munkidori. Janine's Secret Fart is fine. Oh, wait, Paralysis doesn't matter when they have Pecharunt. Oh, no. Trust your pilot wasn't paying attention. But it does poison the Hydreigon. That is the nice thing. It doesn't poison. Damn it. Wait, did they just screw up? I think they just screwed up. I think they just made an oopsie. Oh, never mind. They have another Hydreigon, but they used Pecharunt and their retreat, so... Yeah, they pulled a pilot. What's their strat? They must have a Switch or a Prime Catcher or something, but you'd think Sparkling Crystal or Neo Upper would be the ace spec. Penny? Yeah, I guess. Oh, no, they made an oopsie in their pants. They made a huge oopsie in their pants. Okay, so this is very simple. We can... I mean, the Pecharunt, if I knock out the Pecharunt, that prevents them from doing any shenanigans, but I don't think I can do the thing that I want to do. But if I put the monkey down... Now, I think if I put the monkey down, we're still okay, right? I think if the monkey goes down, we're okay. And then we go... Oh, I should have kept that darkness energy in there. All right, so we have to bring this guy up here. Got to bring you up. I have to do this. We will Adrenabrain from the Fez to the Hydreigon. Hydreigon D's nuts, am I right? And then we put 60 on the active. Oh, geez. And then I think 60 on the Latias. Because this sets me up for game. And there we go. Okay, because this sets me up for game. Because if... Oh, yep, thank you. The only way that they can win is if they have a Binding Mochi and they use Crashing Headbutt. We have not seen a Binding Mochi, but the fact that they have Pecharunt and Janine's Secret Fart does kind of lead me towards, yeah, they probably have a Binding Mochi. That was terrible, Ferndeer, but it's better than the joke Clamburglar made about this deck feels eely bad. I'm feeling quite eel today. As long as they have a Binding Mochi, that's GG. I could have healed... Oh my god, the Munkidori's damage counter is terrible. I could have healed the Eelektross to avoid this potential situation, but they didn't do it. That's GG. Even when I don't get the good cards and you get all the good cards, I am him. You know, you milled my Luminous so I couldn't attack with Mega Eelektross. Wait, how do I win this one? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it took me a second. See, I told you, Mega Eelektross is somewhat playable. I was going to try to say semi and somewhat at the same time. But it came out as somewhat. Somewhat Gamgee. All right, there you go. I told you. They put ability Pokemon into play. This is the whole strat with the deck. We even prized the Devolution, which would have amazingly won us the game like 10 turns earlier. The whole strat is that you have a 60-60 spread attack, which can set people up, which is great. And then Disaster Shock, if you ever need to buy yourself a turn because things aren't going well or you just want to rack up more damage, you have Disaster Shock. You have guaranteed paralysis. Obviously, the Pecharunt, I think they got a little confused with, you know, drawing cards and doing all that. But that's what happens when you paralyze them. You know, you whip out those grippers and they just can't focus. Well, now we're just in a really weird position. I'm not quite sure what to do because actually if I item lock them, that stops an energy switch. So in this situation, I probably just go for the Snorunt. I will manually attach to the Tynamo. In this matchup specifically, I have to not put Froslass into play for as long as possible. I mean, I can put the Mega Froslass into play. That'll actually be kind of goated. But it's about making sure I don't put the other Froslass into play for as long as possible. And it'd be really cool if we got an Electric this game. I don't think I've had an Electric like the entire way here. All right, so De-Evolution is useless. We have no energy in the discard pile. I should hold on to the Air Balloon for as long as possible. And yeah, just Itchy Pollen. Because they're in a really tough situation where they don't know that I have Mega Froslass. And this is why I decided to just put a single copy in here. Is because if we run up against Mega Kangaskhan running double Bouffalant, well, guess what? If they don't put a Bravery Charm on that Mega Kangaskhan, it gets knocked out next turn. Crap. Okay, well, it doesn't get knocked out next turn, but that hand wasn't exactly perfect. We could get Rare Candy. Oh, crap. Okay, well, we're still going to shut off their items. As long as they don't find bosses, we should be fine. But I think I'm still just in a Lillie situation. But if you're ever wondering how do you win this matchup, just watch what Trust Your Pilot is doing right now. All right, so there's no tool that helps me. I do have Powerglass, but I don't have one of the pieces. I would need to have either Rare Candy or Ultra Ball in my hand. So in this situation, I think we just attach the Luminous to the Monkey just to get that down there. Because I have 2 more Luminous. We did prize our Darkness Energy, which is fine. There's an Electric, which I think we don't. Sure. You know, they probably have a boss's energy and they're going to do the thing. But I also just have double Electric. Right? So if they knock out one Electric, I have a backup one. I think we're in a good position. The question is, do I put one Froslass down? Because it might be time to start doing that. Especially if I've item locked them. I don't want to, but I think it's time. Right? Because I'm going to be able to get a Mega Eelektross next turn. And that's going to be able to start split bombing. And they can't protect everyone on their side of the field. They're most likely going to prioritize the Bouffalant first. But what we know right now is they can't energy switch. So they would have to Crispin if they want to attack with Mega Kangaskhan and put an energy on a Monkey. They can't energy switch. They can't knock out my Budew this turn unless they have Mega Kangaskhan. And just remember, this is a deck that, yes, it loses Turbo Energize, but it can still Petrol for Precious Trolley, which I hate saying so much. I refuse until I'm forced to believe that Petrol is a playable card, which is, if you don't know, Petrol is just go get any trainer from your deck, whereas Arven is item and tool, Petrol is any trainer. Ooh. Odd no? I mean, there's better versions, but you have to play Petrol. Did they take an action in time? Oh, they're not even here. You butt face. Your face is shaped like a butt. Yeah, I said it. I said it. All right, well, we just itchy pollen. We retreat. We go into this guy. We Iono. Yeah, but it's Team Rocket's Petrol, so it also works with Team Rocket's Factory, which is a very funny thing. All right, well, let's... I guess we heal the electric. Yeah, I guess. And we'll put 20 there. And then it's a split bomb into Monkey. So we get... Fezandipiti doesn't activate if they have one. The only way they can win now is if they get very, very lucky with Mega Eelektross, but they also have to be here. I'm choosing to believe that they are here. They just got very angry. And Hunter, that's what I don't like. See, I told you. They just had a nothing hand. They were here. They just rage quit and didn't want me to get the satisfaction. You know, they're like the Rolling Stones. They didn't want me to have the satisfaction. Oh, crap. Well, if they're able to flip, I think, 2 heads, they got it. And I only have myself to blame for this. But they're probably going to put the darkness on the one that's less damaged. Oh, they put it on the one that's more damaged. Okay. Oh, right, because they have energy switch. That's right. All right. Energy switch from... I mean, they have to energy switch from the Munkidori. The thing they did very early that I questioned was when they put a Psychic on the Bouffalon instead of going for another darkness for another Munkidori. My assumption is that they had a lot of darkness energy in their hand. And FM Boss, well, don't forget that Petrol is the only way to find a turn 1 Precious Trolley. And that's GG. So I played this perfectly. I'm literally the #1 Mega Eelektross player in the world. And all I need to do to win this game is just find another ball sack to play with. All right, so then we go... I mean, I guess it's Mega Eelektross, so we don't let that one keep getting hit. Powerglass on this guy. I guess Powerglass on this guy. We still do have another Luminous somewhere, which means I'm okay doing this. And then we Adrenabrain 3 from the monkey onto this guy.
Been on this carousel for too long.
And Nick, thank you for the sub. You can never be on a carousel for too long. That's you know, the only way you can get off the carousel is if you puke and then, you know, the carny gets mad at you. Okay, we are in a great spot. I think we go for the Froslass now. Oh, we don't have the Froslass. That is unfortunate. Well, in this situation, I believe we go for the Snorunt. And here it's just Disaster Shock. They are shocked with how disastrous this game has been going, am I right? Even when I prize my second Froslass and, you know, I never get the Mega Froslass, we know that's in the deck. But, like, this is exactly how you play the game. You can't let your opponent beat you off. And for the win, this is what I was talking about, is you pair it with Froslass, you just paralyze whenever you want to. Split Bomb deals with Munkidori. That's the big thing. Is, you know, the title for the YouTube video is going to be Perhaps I Judged Mega Eelektross EX too harshly. Is you pair it with Froslass, this guy deals with the Munkidori, right? That's the main thing that I wanted to do, is that you just, hey, you need to deal with Munkidori? Well, here you go. Here's someone who does exactly that. And Walking Playable Sleep is technically better. They got the Jumbo Ice Cream. That's unfortunate. Energy switch, but wait, they're going to switch from the Mega Kangaskhan? Okay, that's fine. They are giving me more time to play with myself. And I also just have, oh, I had the energy. Yeah, I've gone a little too crazy with Froslass, but this is what post-rotation is going to be. Post-rotation is literally just going to be Froslass Munkidori everywhere, or you're playing Lucario or Dragapult. That's it. And yeah, that for the win, you know, he hasn't done nearly enough feat reveals, but, you know, we let it slide. Like, my tongue down is, okay. I have a free retreater in the Budew. I don't currently have an attack. They got the stupid Lively Stadium. All right, well, I guess we Prime Catcher the Mega Kangaskhan since it can't really do anything right now. And yeah, we go, oh, wow, that was, that was interesting. PDCGL did not like doing that. Worst case scenario is I just split bomb, but then we got everything we needed. So there's Froslass, and we go into this guy. We paralyze again. I don't need any of these cards anymore. And I mean, if I do need the Fez or something, we can get that. All right, again, I played this perfectly. You can't doubt your pilot. You can never doubt your pilot. Okay, those are the rules. You're not allowed to do that. And then we go 1, 2, 3. And Disaster Shock one more time. There is a world where this backfires on me. But I have a Split Bomb next turn, right? They focus their deck. You know, this deck doesn't really play switches. Doesn't play Prime Catcher. It's just, it doesn't need to play switches because you're not expecting to face a Paralysis deck in this day and age. And if you're going to face a Paralysis deck, you're like, oh, that's fine. I'll just use my Munkidori. Oh, you want to paralyze me? It plays Jet. Never don't let me down. Do not embarrass me in front of the YouTube audience, okay? They're playing Jumbo Ice Cream. That is their tech. They do not have Jet Energy. They do not have Penny. They do not have any of those cards because they went for, oh, God. Okay? That is unexpected. That is unexpected. I was not expecting the Iron Leaves into whatever the hell is about to happen. Fun fact, though, Counter Catcher will get activated here. And yeah, technically, I wasn't wrong. But the fun fact is that Counter Catcher does get activated here. Nah, we're fine. We're fine. Oh, crap. They haven't used their Munkidori yet. Well, Budew, funnily enough, doesn't get knocked out here. So I believe that's game on... Yeah, I just have to knock out their Mega Kangaskhan. I can knock out a Bouffalont. So yeah, all I have to do is just knock out one Bouffalont. That sets up their Mega Kangaskhan. Does it? Oh God, I don't know. This is... You never expect the Iron Leaves slap down from hand into destruction. Okay. This adds a wrinkle. It's like Gordon Ramsay's face over the years, just getting more wrinkly. All right. Rapid fire combo. I can't paralyze because I don't have an electric down. I can split bomb. And to be fair, as long as I don't put the Fezandipiti, oh, I kind of have to put the Fezandipiti down. Or I can just Budew them. Right, I can knock out a Bouffalont. I don't have to put the Fez down. If I put the Fez down, that might be a game-losing card. Okay, so if we can knock out a Bouffalont if I need to this turn. There's a switch. Great timing, buddy. Oh, I'm in such a weird spot right now. Okay, so if I bring up this Bouffalont and then do the thing... You know what? I'm gonna go for it. Let's not be boring. You know, the correct play is to not put the Fez down and then just hide my balls. Oh, this is great. So we got everything. And then, yeah, we'll put the Air Balloon there. We go Counter Catcher the Bouffalont that doesn't have anything on it because it has a 2 retreat cost. We hit him with the Iono. There's, oh yeah, the goated de-evolution. What would I do without that de-evolution right now? And in this situation, I mean, the Munkidori is going to take 4. What's more concerning, that they flip 2 heads on a Kangaskhan or that they bump the Lively Stadium and knock out my Fez? I mean, both kind of have similar chances, but I think the more likely scenario is that they knock out my Mega Eelektross. So let's go 1, 2, 3. And you know what? Let's make this a fun one. Let's make this a fun ending. Let's give them a chance to do all the things. Let's make this a real fun ending. We're going to split bomb the Kangaskhan and the Virizion. I know the Kangaskhan takes nothing, but I couldn't really hit anybody else. Well, let's make this interesting. Let's give them a chance to win. You know, you had the spicy iron leaves, but you wasted your balloon. I'm a Mega Kangaskhan away from winning. Double Bufalon are about to get knocked out. I have a Luminous Energy. There's a Switch somewhere in the deck if I need it. I have a Munkidori. Everyone can retreat. And never to let me down. That was my thought, is that I knock out a Bufalon, but I want to make this interesting, right? This is going in the YouTube video because it's such a long, grindy game, and I perfectly showed you how to beat a deck that looks like it's going to be pretty good post-rotation because it, like, doesn't lose a whole lot. There it is! There it is! Oh my god! They bumped their own stadium! They did the unthinkable! They bumped their own stadium! So my Munkidori's getting knocked out between turns. Do they have the knockout on my Fez? Do they have counter catcher? If they go for Fez, that doesn't do anything because I didn't take a knockout last turn. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to have happen, is have something interesting happen. So my Munkidori gets knocked out between turns. And I can gust up this guy. Here we go. They got to see. I told you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. No. What? No. No. What? I play it. I wanted to make that a fun game. I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to have that be a fun ending. Not that fun of an ending. So what I should have obviously done if I wanted to win is I should have just attacked with Budew, and then they wouldn't have been able to do a whole lot. Well, that's staying in the... Congratulations, YouTube audience. You got to see me just get my butt pounded. I just, you know, like a Pokemon in Legends Arceus getting hit from the back, I just took some huge back shots from XN27. My opponent is playing the spiciest of spice. They got a Deluxe Bomb on a Kangaskhan, but joke's on them because I have a turn 2 Mega Eelektross. All right, so we go for Miraidon D's nuts. I think we get double electric. And then we go Miraidon for Tynamo. Unfortunately, we don't really have anything going on next turn, which is highly unfortunate. Like, I can thin my deck further, but this has been what's happening all day. You're looking at that win-loss rate, and it's like, wow, Trust Your Pilot's really sucking butts here today. And so, well, I mean, I do that every day. But what's realistically happening today is that PDCGL is just giving me these types of hands. You have to add Hawlucha. But you can't find Hawlucha with Canary. All right, for the next list, I'll add Hawlucha for scenarios such as this. But you're never expecting to get, oh yeah, I'm going to get the turn 2 Rare Candy Split Bomb. That does not happen as much as you think. You know, the Hawlucha is good and all, but being able to just slap it down, but then it's a useless card. Then it just kind of sits there. Okay, they can attack with their Kangaskhan, but then they can't attack with a Charizard. And I will take 12 damage counters to the face, so as long as they flip tails, we'll be okay. If they flip tails here, we'll be okay. Or if I can top deck an energy, or if I can do literally anything, we will be fine. Literally anything will win us this game. Oh god, they have an Audino and a Charizard deck? Why? Do you hate happiness? Wait, what's a Psychic Energy? What is your deck? You have a Psychic... What's the Psychic Energy for? Okay, as long as they flip tails, we'll be okay, and they don't flip 6 heads in a row. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Are you kidding me? Again? Again with this? They flip... That's not fair. That is the meanest thing that's ever happened to me. All right, you know what? I'm bringing up a Mega Audino. All right, you know what? This is no more Mr. Nice Pilot here. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, I guess we do that. And then Dynamotor back to the Electric. Actually, the Audino has a 1 retreat cost, so that's really bad. Well, I guess we're just going to hit end turn and see what happens. Because, you know, playable cards are nice, but when your opponent just has the turn 2 Charizard power up a Mega Kangaskhan and flips 4 heads, there's not a whole lot you can do. And now they have the Mega Audino. So I think what would happen is if they have a snow... What is happening? What is your deck? How did they get a boss? That's not fair. How'd you get a bosses? I was supposed to do this to you. Oh my god. Luckily, we do still have it. We still have the play that I was going to do. So I bring up the Charizard. And then how does Deluxe Bomb work? It has to be in the active. And then you only discard it when you place damage counters. So yeah, we have to bring up the Charizard, hit the Zard, knock out the Charmander, and then just hope that we make the biggest comeback in PTCGL history. That doesn't matter. Wait, so this is a Mega Froslass. This is not a baby this is a Mega Froslass. But again, what's with the psychic energy? All right, well, Zekrom's getting the Air Balloon. I'm going to Electric to myself. And then we're going to bring up the Zard, hit the Zard, and there we... Oh my god, seriously? Well, we're going to have to Lillie's next turn. And then we go Night Stretcher for Eelektross. Night Stretcher for Energy. Oh, geez. And then Boss's Hors d'oeuvres, this guy. Air Balloon, this guy. Split Bomb the Zard and the Charmander, because now they can't power up the Charmander in the active, and they have to get an Air Balloon or something. Oh, goody. Another Eelektross. Great. Obviously, it might have made more sense to hold off on taking a knockout, because this takes my Lillies from a Shuffle Draw 8 to a Shuffle Draw 6. But I'm A-okay with that. At least this way, it makes their life slightly more difficult. Oh my god. Well, I'm going to put 60 on that Snorunt and kind of see what happens here. Oh my, there's no way you have an Air Balloon. There is no way you have an Air Balloon in that deck. There's too many things going on. You did not have room for Air Balloon. You did not know that, oh, I'm going to face Trust Your Pilot. Good. Okay, so they're going to try to double attach to this guy. I can Disaster Shock if we get an energy, of which there's, I think, 13 in the deck. Oh my god, they had the Switch! They had the freaking Switch! Okay, yeah, no, I get it. Yep, as long as they flip tails, we can still win, though. As long as they flip tails, we can still win this game. The thing is, the Mega Audino and the Snorunt have done nothing. They literally just needed Charizard Kangaskhan. They didn't need anything else. How can you draw this insane? How can you... It's like they knew they were going to face me, and then the PTCGL dev was like, yeah, we'll just give them everything they need every single turn. And can they flip tails for once? Oh, and there's a jamming tower, too, so if I get Powerglass, it's useless. Oh, geez. You know, just flip 7 heads and put me out of my misery. Okay, good. So I can paralyze the Kangaskhan. If I get an energy, I will take 12 to the face, but that is fine. I will survive. So we got an energy. There's a future booster that doesn't matter. Actually, it does, I guess. And then we go Town Store. We attach. And then there's an Air Balloon. So I guess I Air Balloon this guy. And Disaster Shock. Yes. And then we're still alive. So they used their switch. They've used that. I don't think I have a single prizer who can do anything, which means we're essentially in a place of madness here. Don't I play Electric Generator? What happened to those? Isn't there Electric Generator in the deck? Don't I have those somewhere? And oh my god, they got the fire. So that's crazy that even if I take a knockout, they have an attack next turn. And I don't have a single prize attacker right now because I think I prized whatever single prize attackers that I do have. And the Zard is doing 210. I don't have anyone who can attack for a single energy. If I Iono, that doesn't do anything. If I take a knockout, we lose. There's a Dreepy for some reason. I think we got completely sauced up here. I think the only thing I can... No, because Zekrom hurts itself. Zekrom does 30 damage to itself, so I can't risk it. I would have to take a knockout of the Charizard with the Miraidon, and then the Miraidon would have to survive because you're doing 80. Oh no, the Mega Audino would take a knockout. Oh my god, what is happening today? Like, I guess it's just going to be Iono, then bring up the Dreepy and hope that the Dreepy can't retreat and they just don't have everything they need in the history of the universe. I think that's what I have to do here is we have to bring... Oh, I don't know why I did that. Yeah, we just have to kind of hope right now. Okay, there's an Iono. We have all the things we need in the deck to win. We just need to get them. Oh, wow. Did we actually maybe get what we need? Okay, there's a Moo. Then I will Generator. There's 2. Okay, so hang on. If I go Miraidon and devolve the Charizard... Oh my goodness. There's a very roundabout way that we can win this game. Okay, okay. Oh, this could be the greatest ending in the history of the Pokemon trading card game if I get lucky. Okay, I don't think we can take the Dreepy strategy here. We have to go retreat and hope. Retreat and hope. That's the strat. The retreat hope strat. There's a Canary. Okay, then we have to go Devolution. I literally win the game next turn if they don't win. If they don't flip us, if they go 0 for 1 on coin flips on Kangaskhan, we win the game. Obviously, they probably found a bosses off of that Iono to 2. But, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. There's no way I win this game, right? Come on, PDC GL Dev, you have screwed me over for far too long. Just throw me a boner here. Just give me a boner, that's all I want. Just 0-1. Julian, you don't have to do anything. Just attack, and then flip tails, and then I win the game because I'm the #1 PDC GL player in the world. Not even... I'm battling 2 opponents right now. Okay, that's fine. This is why I had to do this play, because if I put too much energy and used Ear Force, Ear Force would have taken a knockout, because that would have been 260 if I had 3 energy. So they just cost themselves the game because they didn't believe. Unless they have something crazy. Oh, there we go. I won this game. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god. I just won this game. Okay, that is insane. How did I win this game? Do you understand how good I have to be at Pokemon cards to have won this game? Do you even understand how good someone has to be at Pokemon cards to win a game where you're facing a 2-headed dragon here? Where your 2-headed dragon D's nuts? And even I had Zeraora, I prized Fezandipiti. That was a masterclass in how to beat off the PDC GL Dev. And look at that, we only did 570 damage, and I still managed to win. That was probably one of the greatest games I've ever played with the worst odds ever.